hand, spirit level, lump hammer. I've got a couple of bits of rebar that I've actually just forgotten. They're back up behind me. I'm going to come down here in a minute. Let's have this down there. Lump hammer, level. I'm going to get some timber out of the barn, and I'm going to actually put the frame in place, I think, for this. So I'm going to bring, I need to clear it. Really, it's so restrictive to work here. I don't like it. It really bugs me. I've got all this space and I just seem to have jammed it up with junk. So I'm going to need to do something. I haven't quite figured out what it is yet, but that's in the way. So maybe that can go in under there, or even actually push it around the corner. Might be a better idea, where I have the recycling centre. Maybe I'll put it in here. Not a bad idea. These are the roof panels, which I was rather hoping are 3 meters, but looking at these, 1, 2, oh, they are 3 meters. Yeah, they're 3 meters. That's how I measure it. Just a slightly elongated stride for me. So a normal stride, I'm just reaching a little bit, the back of my foot, and I kind of go 1, 2, 3. I think that's pretty good. 3 meter long. 8 of them. I think they're about 800 wide. They'll reduce down to 600 by the time we got an overlap on them. 8 of them by 6 is 4.8 meters. So I've got 4.8 meters long of that. 3 meters that way. Let's go 3 meters that way. So I want 2 strong beams across here, obviously up in here. And hopefully, I was a bit worried here, hopefully I wanted 3 meter posts, but I don't think I got them. I think I got 2.4s. But I have got 6, and I've got a load of telephone poles, and what I was thinking about is putting telephone poles at the front because they're robust, and these little 4-inch posts at the back. But do you know what? I'm not going to bother. I'm going to build a plinth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 posts sticking up. The front ones will be straight up to 2.4 meters, and across the top of it I'm going to put like it's 200 millimeters, so an 8-inch 4.8 meter long piece of wood. So I want that robustness on the front. Back, haven't decided. I might just use a couple of 4x2s at the back, and the back ones I will chop down from being 2.4 meter high. Those posts, I'll just chop them down a bit, so it'll give me an effective slope there. And then round it, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but we'll come to that once it's done. So just 6 posts, a couple of simple bits of like a ring frame on top, maybe put support across the middle, and then some corrugated sheets on it. Done. So nice and very, very simple. See what I mean? These this is 4x2, that's like 4x1. If I was to turn them on end, then build a frame, if I was to turn all 4 of these on end, then they'd all be 4-inch above whatever surface that is. So that means I'd have to make that volume then. Look at that, it's 4-inch over that area. So it's 3 meters by roughly 5, so there's 15 square meters there. 15, and this is roughly, say, 10 centimeters. 15 square meters times by, or divided by 10. How many of these would I need? That's that right? Or times 10? Or was it divided by 0.1? Or was it times by 0.1? Let's start again, shall we? I've got 15 square meters at this depth. So in terms of working out how many cubic meters, how many of these is going to fit into cubic meter? Well, it's 10. 10 of these height here will go up to here. So my 15 square meters divided by 10 is 1.5 cubic meters. That actually doesn't sound like that much. because arguably that's nearly a cubic meter of ballast. So 2 bags there should actually fill that whole volume, 15 square meters there at that depth, roughly 1.5 bags, let's just say 2. And so you've got obviously cement, but it kind of blends together, it doesn't really take much volume. So really the cement is just the glue, and the water is irrelevant because it's what's the word, it gets not dissolved, not absorbed. I'll go for absorbed, I don't really mean that. Oh my god, my brain don't work. What's the word? I give up. I've just noticed that one's sloping down, look. So I've not obviously put a spirit level on it at all, but I can see this is sloping down. That's sloping. Do you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Because the roof will be, well, as long as I put the posts in upright, it doesn't matter that this is sloping. So I just have to square up the roof to the vertical, and so I end up with a slope on it. Now I said that out loud. What do you think? this is really frustrating. So I've used the machine just to jiggle stuff around a little bit. What I thought would be really simple here: build a frame, chuck a load of stones in, push it down with the machine. Maybe you can go and get the compactor and push it down, and then just put a concrete mix on top and the job's done. It's not turned out like that. So I put in this piece of wood, which is a kind of nice height at the moment, and this piece of wood is level. Then I've projected out 1, 2, 3, they're all level, and that's told me that there's lots of gaps to fill if I'm going to fill it with concrete. So rather than waste money on concrete, you want to put something else in the gaps, which is either stones, or we lower this piece of wood an inch or two, which would lower this, which would basically mean that gap is a lot less. So the gap is underneath, so the top of the concrete is at the bottom of that piece of wood. If I could... That's where I was going anyway, until I realised that I can't... This piece of wood here, this 8x2, I can't put one down there because it's solid rock. And there's a piece of 4-inch wood there, I can't even sink that down because it's going to hit solid rock. So it's going to be really hard to lower. I can lower this one, I can't lower that one. Screwing it into the end grain, I'll just use big screws. There's a little worm. Sorry, mate. Of course, the point of it is to keep this piece of wood vertical. Not bad. I'll tell you a secret. It's taken about 2 hours to do this. Audacity to record this crap and put it on YouTube, because on YouTube, you know, they just know what they're doing. They don't just fuck around for like 2 hours trying to make sense of it, having to deal with bits of bent wood and a massive rock over there that's in the ground that will not budge, so it won't let me sink this bit of wood into the ground over there, because it's massive, can't move it. You don't see that on YouTube, do you? You just see people do this shit. They just go, It's bullshit though, isn't it? In the real world, it's just, I'm an idiot, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Make this shit up. Do it wrong about 3 times and then manage to actually get to the point where I can stick a screw into something and go, oh, I've done something. Yay. One point I rang Kate to say, I need to just talk, let me talk this through. Because I just was fed up going round and round in circles, so I needed to speak to somebody else, you know, sort of just voice it. Oh, there's the battery that was plugged in. That looks kind of like 90 degrees, doesn't it? That's perfect. Bit bendy. She actually, I know what you're going to do in it. You stink as well. Right, is that one straight? It's a bit better. The thing is, it really doesn't matter. There we go. There's 5 other videos on here that you'll never ever see of me trying to work out how to get this thing here, the top of it, level with where I want the concrete, and then how to deal with the fact I cannot get one in on the other side. Anyway, I decided at one point to give up, and I was going to cover the area in pea shingle, because it doesn't have to be concrete just to take the things that I want to store down here. And then I thought, no, I'm just going to see if I can lower this. This one here has been now lowered about another 3 inches. Placed level. It's then been projected across that way and across that way. And the 2 key pieces of wood now are that one and that one. I can't put one in over there, so all I'm going to do is probably take that 4x1 which is over there, and I'm going to attach it on the end, and on the end, just attach it, that's it. So any concrete I put into here doesn't spill out in that direction. It won't set the level, so I won't be able to level up to the top of that piece of wood. But what I can do is I can level from there to there. If I'm brave, I'll put another piece of wood in across here, fix it in at either end like I've just done, and then I could actually level from here to here. So I could put a piece of wood, span it across there, and then pull the concrete down that way, and the same down that way, because naturally I was just going to basically pull the concrete that way. So I wanted this fixed in, and I wanted that fixed in. I cannot get that in. I've given up. I spent over 2 hours dicking about with it. I give up. There's too many big rocks there. So the plan is, like I just said, now I've got that one in place there. That is key and that is key, so I need to make sure they do not move. Somehow I need to fix them in. Having said that, if they move, I don't care. So I'm going to go and get that one level, because I've knocked it around a few times, that one. I'm going to go and put it level, exactly where I want it. I'm going to square these up 90 degrees just here. And then I'm going to have my cup of tea, which is over there, waiting for me. What did you do? What did you do? Tell me. I know exactly what you did. I was having my tea. Right, if that stinks, you're in trouble. Right, where's my tea? There it is. Finally made some progress. Right, that's squared up, it's level. That is squared up and it's level, and I've just put these 2 temporary things in here just to stop them from waggling around. I'll probably go down there and just stick that 4x2 on top of these 4x2s at the moment. God, to my eye, that looks a lot higher than that. So I reckon if I take that 4x2 and stick it across there, I think I've got a slope running down. Now I know I've got slope here, because it is, I wanted, for drainage, it is sloping that way very, very slightly, but it just looks like it's, okay, I might have to check the level of that one and that one again, and then make sure that one's not too wacky. It doesn't matter, it really doesn't matter, but I just, for curiosity really. And then I can take that 4x1 and just try and dig it on the edge and just slap it on the end just to stop the concrete from spreading out. Right, once I've done that, I'm just going to get some temporary blocks, probably some like 2x2s, some square stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in again some temporary stuff here. So I'm going to find a nice little settling place for some of these sort of things here. Right, and I'm going to smack them down hard there, nice and solid. Let's just say in there, and then fix on here just to keep this height from drifting off again too much. So a lot easier to do down there. I just need a bunch of these and just go along and see where it's muddy. This is nice because what I can do is just get the lump hammer here and smack that down hard. That'll just compress all the mud. Screw through here, just pinch them together. That keeps that level, because all I'm interested about here is the inside now. The inside of this is my concrete base. Once I've done that, I think I might actually put in some rebar somewhere. And the rebar, I'll attach it. Do you know what I could do? I could actually drill straight through this 4x2, drill a hole straight the way through it, and put some rebar right down the middle, and then just pin it into the ground, and that would just stop that piece of wood from moving at all. If I can pin around here, or the old-fashioned way is just cut a bit of rebar, put it up against, you butt it up against here, and just whack it in, just knock it in so it pins it, because any concrete, once it's in this area, it's going to have pressure in that direction. It's going to push it out. I ain't got to worry about it coming in, it's going that way. So rebar dotted in around there, then that shouldn't go anywhere. Once I've done that, then I need to get my level right, and at the moment it's not. I mean, I can't do much about this mud, but I don't think I care. What the hell is that? It's a hinge or something. Oh, it's a ball joint. That's like a lower ball joint. Let's just put that in. That's where I keep it. There's cars under here somewhere apparently. That's another story. Dellows, there you go, D-E-L-L-O-W, that's the name of the cars. And the more you look, the more you find. That is an oil or hydraulic, I would say cable, but it's metal. It's I'm going for hydraulic hose of some description. I'll put that with the that gets filed over here with the ball joints. Right, I've got to stop looking because I've seen more and more stuff. Yeah, so if I can get some rebar in, it will just stop this from moving as well. And everything started from this piece of wood. Started there, projected that way, and then just strap them together, level everything, and then that'll give you my frame. After that, level it. I don't know if I'll bother putting a laser on it. I might just do it by eye. So get down, scoot right across the top of this now, because that's the level of my concrete. And already I feel a lot happier about it. When I've leveled this out, there won't be a huge amount of space to oh, it's a bike. I wonder what that noise was. There won't be a huge amount of material to bring back in. But that level, I'm going to go and check that because it's bugging me. Right, let's go. Just checked it. That is an illusion. How very strange. I've put the level down the end, and yeah, looks a bit better here. That was quite interesting. So down this end, there is a slight slope. I'll put the level on it. Look at that. So if I lift that up, bubble in the middle, now you can see how much I've got it up in the air. So by the time you get down the bottom, there's probably no more than ½ inch down there. So there's a ½ inch drop all the way along there. Yeah, roughly. It's ½ inch between there and there. So from there to there would be slightly more. But you know, that's fine. I'm happy with that. I thought it was way off. I thought I was going to pick up the phone and go, look at this, oh my god, it's so far. Anyway, don't care, that's good. Happy, happy, happy. Right then, what was I doing? Forgotten. I've just gone listed the 3 or 4 things I've got to do and then instantly forgotten them. You don't see that on YouTube, do you? No. I do it all the time. My little robin, see it? Right, it's on the post. Oh, alright. Alright. Little fella, you alright? There we go. Right, let's get going. hauled a few more stones into place. So I think we're there. That top piece of 4x2 is just floating at the moment. I've just changed the chain on the little baby chainsaw, and then tomorrow I'll take off the top of these little supports that I made. I think I'll bring down an SDS drill, bore some holes in, and then whack some rebar in just to pin that into place, because there's a risk at the moment if you hit it with a digger, which I'm inclined to do, the whole frame will move. So if I put some rebar down dotted around, that will help. And then I really kind of just need to level the stones a bit. I think some of this soil, I don't think it'll matter too much as long as I can get it down and have a layer of crispy stuff up on top. And then I think tomorrow I'll also get the compactor on it, I think, and just try and run the compactor over. Probably lift up some of these little shaly bits here. I have got some shale actually, thinking about it. Got some shale in the woods. I wonder if I stick a couple of buckets of that in the dumper and bring that down. That would fill all the little gaps, but you know, I'm just saving pennies really now, so there's no point to that. So I need the whole level ultimately needs to come up to the top of this wooden frame, and that's why that 4x2 is there, so I can slide it along and gauge how high. See, that one there looks a bit high. I certainly don't want it sticking up, so I think I dropped a bucket load on there, so it's going to be a bit higgledy-piggledy. I just need it to be below that level by about an inch or two, ideally. And then so we'll have a nice, very, very sloppy wet mix to go down to fill it all in. Yeah, so back on track for having a concrete base, which was always the idea, so I'm a little bit happier that I've managed to get here. I thought this would take me about an hour, maybe 2. Yeah, it didn't go like that. But thanks to a bit of smart editing, I can make it look like maybe down to 4 hours. Yeah, I've done so many videos and they're all crap. I wouldn't want to watch it, and I certainly don't want to edit them. So I think that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That will do. Get me cup, lock the doors. Going to pick up some diesel, I think, first thing in the morning, if we can afford it. Might have to sell one of these 2 things. That one on the left isn't very good. The nerve endings are going in this leg a bit, so if I get rid of that, I'll be able to buy some diesel, won't I, to put in this thing. Hi. Oh my god, it stinks of creosote. Vin Diesel. Where's the other one? Over there. Right, got me getting ready for tomorrow, look. How good am I?
just to go and pick something up because I leave stuff all over the place, not thinking what I'm doing. Then I have to walk miles and miles just to go and get a piece of bloody rebar and my drill bit, which I
had in my hand 2 minutes ago. But no, couldn't put it in the bloody box, could I? No, had to leave it there. Right, why am I here? Bigger bit of rebar. Yeah. Oh, I could have took the dumper. Oh, I got the key. Oh, okay.
Oh no, only one bit of rebar. And it's thicker. Ah, don't need it. Any rebar? No? No rebar. Nope. Where's the rebar gone?
Aziz, light.
Any rebar in here? Can't see in here. I don't know much. Doubt it. Okay. I've got rebar like lying around all over the place. But where is it? There was some stood up here. I'm sure there was some on there. There was definitely some here. Where's that guttering? I've got guttering. Oh my god! Oh, I just found the guttering. Ha! Oh, look. Ah, come on. Ah. Right it. Got guttering. Ha! Oh well, alright, I'll trade you. Well, don't bother with your rebar. Maybe if I look for guttering, I'll find the rebar. End cap. One end cap. Bracket. Yeah. Okay. Give another couple of those. I've put these in the ground here to hold down a marquee that I had. And as you can see, it didn't. It doesn't go down too well when it hits the rock. Just one of you, I wanted to cut all this thing off. No, we're not. We're good. We're golden. We're out of here. Today's the day. Today's the day that we've got to go and buy that stuff. So as soon as the weather goes a bit cack, we'll be on. It's the real worker. It's the brains of the operation. I'd like to say that I'm the brawn, except I'm not very brawny. Scrawny? A little bit scrawny. Not very brawny. I don't think I've ever been accused of being brawny. Annoying. Intolerable. Jeez. Generally annoying. Petulant. Arrogant. Chauvinistic. Yeah, there's quite a lot of words when I think about it. Actually, I don't think I've ever been called chauvinistic, which is probably called gentleman, which is as close as I can get to being chauvinistic. So, you know, it's all right. Right then. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know why I brought the duck down here. Oh, yes, I do. For that stuff, so we'll just leave it here.
There's a very, very good reason that I don't drink. Because I can't handle my drink. This is a double whiskey. There's just a couple of little bits of whiskey there. And then... Oh. What? Did you just hear a jet fly over? Oh.
I did just have my headphones on, so I didn't
Did you?
go into the house. No, I'm not cold.
I was going to let her in. I saw her at the window.
Yeah, and then you thought, fuck her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were playing your game.
I was, but then my back started getting sore, so I thought, no. Stop now.
Okay. Me too. Not sure how that works. Your hair's gone all fluffy. Right, I was just recording a video to put on my last pallet store thingy, and then you walked in. Sorry, I was just just feel really awkward now talking to my phone when you're stood there.
Still recording.
Yeah.